Sometimes when you are in someone's house and it has like that air, it's haunted, and you feel like you can't quite put your finger on what has happened here. Welcome to the story of What Remains of Edith Finch, a story where not all stories are meant to be told. All right, we're on the back of a boat, it looks like. Very much a boat. My backpack. Oh, I have calla lilies. Edith Finch. Oh, I use my scroll wheel.
Going to make sense to you, and I'm sorry about that. I'm just going to start at the beginning with the house.
The house. My house. Oh, beautiful. Even though it's gloomy, sometimes there's beauty in the
I
gloom.
was 11, but I wasn't allowed inside half the rooms.
Well, 11-year-olds don't need to just roam around the whole house.
Inside the mailbox were bills from 7 years ago, marked urgent.
Better pay those bills.
I hadn't been back since my brother Lewis's funeral. In her will, my mother left me a key, but didn't tell me what it
Oh,
meant.
mother left us a key.
She thought I'd know. Or she thought that the mystery would be enough to bring me back. The truth is, even after I inherited the house, I never thought I'd come back to it. But now I had questions about my family that only the house knew the answers to.
The house knows the answers
The
to
woods
my
around the house have
questions.
always been uncomfortably silent. As if they're about to say something, but never do.
I've always thought deer to be a symbol of rebirth.
The house was exactly like I remembered it, the way I'd been dreaming about it.
Oh, look at that. We've got an addition on an addition on an addition on an addition on an addition. On an addition? Who is your contractor, and is that legal?
As a child, the house made me uncomfortable in a way I couldn't put into words.
Well,
Now, as a 17-year-old, I knew exactly what those words were. I was afraid of the house.
huh?
I hoped the key might unlock the front door. It didn't.
Oh, okay. Hello?
Looking
Hello?
in, I felt like the house itself had been waiting for me.
Hello, I'm back. It's me. I've come to pay you a visit. Grandma! Grandma, are you in there? There's no garage door key. Okay. Maybe the back door. I bet I'm gonna go through that doggy hole. Let me in there. Okay. Okay.
Crawling through the doggy door used to be a lot easier when I was 11.
Oh. It's a lot of Gary's Potting Mix, brought to you by Gary's Potting Mix, where we have the potting mix that you need to pot your mixes. And a deep freeze with not a body in it. That's great, because we do not want the body in it. Who hasn't had this pool? Get yourself a blue pool. Get yourself a blue pool. Let's turn on the light.
The power had been turned off the night we left.
Oh. What? Is there fishing in this game? Please.
Time in years. I felt like I was home.
Home is a house in Nebraska. You heard that song?
The table was still a wreck from the night we left.
7 years
It
ago?
was like a bomb had gone off, killing everyone but sparing the furniture.
There's a wheelchair. Many books. Let's be observative. Pictures of boats, some vases. An iPod. Oh, that view. Beautiful.
Nothing in the house looked abnormal. There was just too much of it, like a smile with too many teeth.
Scary. That is scary.
The had a story. Edie told me the bricks came from the original house after it sank.
You had a house that sank? Girl. Girl, did you even sink a house? Ooh, hello?
Great-Grandpa Sven built a music box for Barbara, along with the rest of the house. Mom always told me to stay out of the basement, so I wasn't too surprised when the key didn't fit.
Very interesting. Where does this key go? We're gonna find out. Maybe the attic? Maybe the attic to the attic to the attic? Can we unlock that door? Oh, geez. Oh, geez. What's this? This is not normal. If you wondered, this is not normal. I don't know what's going on here. Let me have a little
Edie
look-see.
told me once that every Finch who ever lived is buried somewhere in the library.
What? There's people buried in there? To look around.
After Milton disappeared,
Milton.
Mom sealed up all the bedrooms. Then Edie retaliated and drilled peepholes.
Peepholes. Yeah, I'm gonna have a
spent a
peep.
lot of time playing in Great Uncle Walter's room.
This is so cool. Could you
My
imagine?
mom sometimes regretted not sealing it up.
I think it would be so cool. It would be so cool to be in a room like this.
Lewis told me there were secret passages, but I never believed him.
Oh, a key. Let's get in there. 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea.
Turns out, my mom was really good at keeping secrets.
Ooh.
Now it was time to find out what my mom had been afraid of. From the paintings on the wall, it was clear my brother Milton had been here before me. Reading this, maybe it sounds like I had a plan.
How old is she now, this girl?
But I had no idea what was behind that door.
Step out and step
Just
in.
like I had no idea where all this was gonna lead.
This is so beautiful. This canopy on this bed is so beautiful.
I grew up looking at Molly's room through the peephole. Being inside for the first time, I felt like I'd stepped behind a painting. Molly's gerbil had a tiny bedroom with its own even tinier gerbil cage.
Fantastic. Some families just have creativity inside of them. They don't just, you know, sit and do nothing, and they have that creative energy inside of them, and that can only be fostered by having inspiration in the home. Fantastic. Pony. Every girl needs a pony.
I got the sense Edie had spent a lot of time here before my mom sealed the doors.
Well, of course. Molly Finch.
December 13th, 1947. Dear Diary, I'll be gone soon, but I wanted to tell somebody about what's gonna happen. It started when Mom sent me to bed without dinner. I woke up and I was starving, so I looked around for something to eat.
I hate that. I've never sent my children to bed without dinner, and I just would never.
The gerbil food was dry, but I didn't mind it.
Yeah, just a little bit of carrot. So sad. Don't eat that.
I ate a lot of things that night.
Don't mistletoe.
Then I heard chirping outside my window.
That poison?
It
Is
was a
mistletoe
barn
poison?
swallow going back to her nest. I reached out for her.
Why are there chains on the window?
And suddenly, I was a cat.
Meow. Hey, kitty.
I
Here,
tried
kitty,
to
kitty.
be quiet, but the bird was really scared.
I'm hungry.
Mom and Dad didn't even look at me.
What are they doing in there? Mom, Dad, hello. Oh, who's? Oh, I was like, what is that? That's scary looking. Where am I supposed to go? Here? Okay. Ding dong.
I jumped and I almost got her.
Meow.
I could tell she was getting really tired.
Hi, Froggy. Hi, Bug. Ooh, little piggy. Oh God, is it Pearl?
Now I was up in the big tree. I promised Dad I wouldn't climb it anymore. All I cared about was eating that mama bird. I gobbled her up. And suddenly, I was an owl.
Oh.
First, all I heard was the wind. Then I heard little teeth nibbling in the grass.
Okay. Okay. I'm hungry. Where do I go? We must survive.
Rabbits.
I don't hunt, but if I had to, I would.
I imagined his face looking up and seeing mine through my talons. I swallowed him up, and I didn't chew one bit. Then I flew off to find something bigger.
Bigger than a rabbit.
A mama rabbit.
Oh, jeez.
It was almost too big to carry. I I started choking, but I couldn't stop eating.
Ew.
And suddenly, I was a shark.
Oh my god. What? Rawr. Ouch. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
I rolled off a cliff and into the ocean. Now, I was hungrier than ever.
I'm hungry. Come here. Hi, hungry. I'm Dad. Why'd you make me this way? Why?
I wanted fat, juicy seals.
Seals. Come here.
I tried,
Rawr.
and it tasted really good.
Tore off her flipper and it tasted really good. I don't think that's good.
I grabbed on tight. When I was so hungry, I jumped out of the water. When I opened my eyes, everything had changed.
Am I a snake? Am I an octopus?
After the last passenger, I was still and across the water I smelled something new. Something I had to have.
Something new?
I slithered onto the sand, and the good smell went into an old pipe.
I'm a sniffin'. I can smell you. Don't be sniffing on me. Don't be sniffing on me with your little sniffer. Ew, we're coming out of the toilet. Oh my god. What is with video games and toilets? Tell me now, or forever hold your toilet.
I got closer and closer. All my stomach started growling. And suddenly, I was me again. I held my breath for a long time, but I couldn't hear anything. I think it's waiting for me to fall asleep. But it's not going to wait much longer. It needs to feed, and we both know I will be delicious.
Little girl, you're scary.
I'm not sure if I believed all of that, but I'm sure Edie would have.
Papa birds. Lewis.
Woodchuck Museum. For 500 years, the Finches have been famous throughout Norway for their fortune and misfortune. Odin Finch buries the latest victims of the family curse, his wife Ingeborg and their newborn son, Johan. On January 7th, 1937, he set sail with his family and his house, hoping to leave the curse behind. But 40-foot waves off the coast of Washington send the house and Odin to the bottom of the sea.
Oh my god. Sinking.
Odin's daughter Edie, with husband Sven and baby Molly, step ashore on their new home, Orcas Island. Odin Finch is the first to be buried in the new family cemetery.
Sheesh.
His daughter Edie is already dreaming of a new Finch house.
All right, well, that's a little unsettling. And this was before AI. 5,000 years ago, I became a painter.
He died a week before we left, but Edie had already started to memorialize him.
Oh my god.
Edie knit me a new pair of gloves every year, just in time to replace the old ones.
Built in 1937 by Sven Finch.
One summer, they evacuated the island, but Edie refused to go. For a few weeks, she was a celebrity.
72-year-old woman refuses to evacuate because of a little forest fire.
I hadn't thought of myself as Edith Jr. for a long, long time.
Mural sketches, Molly concepts, Barbara concepts. What? The Jungle Book. What?
When Edie told people Sven was killed by a dragon, she could also have said he was building a dragon-shaped slide that collapsed. She could have, but she didn't.
Oh no, that's what got him?
Even in her 90s, sometimes Edie seemed a lot younger than my mother.
Oh my god.
The only trace Grandpa Sam's first wife, Kay, left on the house was the pink bathroom.
Everybody needs a pink bathroom.
Trace.
Everybody needs a pink bathroom. Oh my god, this carpet is crazy. Ew. No? I don't want me to go that way. Ben. Okay, we've got Molly, Barbara, Calvin, Sam, Walter, Gus, Dawn, Gregory, Lewis, Milton, Edith. 2004 for Edith. Okay.
Edie gave a big interview about a mole man living under the Finch house.
The mole
mom
man. Nobody ever believes me when I talk about the mole man. Mole man. Mole man. Oh, birdie cages. No birdies are in the cages, though. There's a secret in this bathroom.
There's a secret in this bathroom. It's in the last place you would look. It isn't in the cupboard. It's hidden in this book.
Oh my god.
Ben gave Sam an old camera he'd refurbished. He never put it down.
Oh, so we might have some pictures of something we might want to see. What? Crouch? Okay. Milton. Okay, now I'm crawling through to the other side. Break on through. Break on through. Break on through to the other side. Up here. What are you doing up there? I don't know what that's supposed to
I knew
do.
Grandpa Sam had a twin. And that he never talked about him. I guess my grandpa didn't like history any more than my mom did.
But history is who we are.
How I Want to Remember My Brother by Sam Finch. The thing I remember is that when he made up his mind, that was it.
Push.
My brother said he'd die before he ate another mushroom. And he did. At Barbara's funeral, we swore we'd never be afraid again. And he wasn't.
You were afraid of Barbara?
I think Calvin always wanted to fly.
Calvin! Dinner's ready! Coming!
But that day, he finally made up his mind to do it. I told him going around was impossible. Maybe if I hadn't said that.
Calvin! I'm not gonna tell you again!
Maybe if the wind hadn't picked up,
Ah.
then maybe he'd still be here. But I doubt it. I think he'd already made up his mind. That's what I want to remember about my brother.
Oh my god.
The day he made up his mind to fly. And he did.
Calvin's story felt strangely familiar. When I was younger, I remember trying to do the exact same thing.
I'm not having a... This is not cozy. All right, Calvin. Thanks for the story.
After the funeral, Edie roped off Calvin's half of the room. Mom said Grandpa Sam enlisted at 18 and never set foot in the room again.
Well, do you blame him? Squeak, squeak, squeak. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Gotta be so small to fit through these. That's a scary looking face. Is that
Passages were
Pumpkin?
a pretty tight fit. They'd obviously been built for smaller hands and bellies.
Bellies. My belly. Oh, hello, hello.
Whenever people ask me about my family, the first thing they always want to know about is Barbara.
Barbara. What about the bugs? Who collected the bugs? What's for dinner?
But instead of a family, there were just memories of one. Only one restaurant would deliver to our house. We had Chinese a lot.
Okay. Chinese? There's nothing wrong with Chinese food. You're lucky to be able to get it for takeout. Some people don't get to get takeout. You know?
My mom was the only one of us who could imagine Great-Grandma Edie living in a nursing home.
Why? Why was your mom the only one?
I always thought of Barbara as a child star.
I wonder what it's like to be an actress. Everybody wants to know what it's like to be a childhood actor because you want to be famous when you're a kid, right? All kids want to be famous. Improv night. Dreadful stories.
Of all the stories people wrote about Barbara's death, I'm surprised Edie saved this one.
Old Jack here with another ghastly tale inspired by America's most unfortunate family. I'm calling it the surprise ending of Barbara Finch. As a child star, Barbara was famous for her scream. Now at 16, she was all washed up, a has-been. But in a lucky break, she'd been asked to perform her signature scream at a local convention for monster movie fans. It was just the boost her career needed. Unfortunately, her scream hadn't aged well.
Getting better. I think you just need the right motivation.
Her biggest fan and current boyfriend, Rick, was about to demonstrate when...
Now that was a great scream.
It was Barbara's father, Sven. He'd slipped into a table saw and had to be rushed to the emergency room.
Oh.
So Barbara got stuck babysitting her youngest brother, Walter. Her convention comeback was cancelled.
Okay, I'm hearing frustration, but I'm not hearing terror. What if I tried...
A gang of hoodlums in Halloween masks have been terrorizing Orcas Island tonight. Police are urging residents to...
Oh my god.
That came from the basement.
You're right! Also, I loved your delivery on that. Why is your basement door locked?
Because my dad likes making puzzles and secret passages. There's a key hidden in the music box. The secret is to keep winding and winding until finally the key pops out.
Oh.
I'll be back in a sec.
Thank you for the tip.
20 minutes later, Rick hadn't returned. So Barbara went to look for him, right on cue. She reached for the music box. And as she wound the key, she listened for Rick, but the house was silent.
Oh my god.
She
Hello?
scratch and imagine the worst.
Did you fall? Oh no, it's all bloody. What's in there? Is this?
The gang's leader is the infamous Hookman Killer, Dr. Carl Hamill, who impaled and then ate his family 10 years ago tonight.
Oh, this is how I get over here.
It rattled and grew still.
Oh dear!
Ah! Watch out.
Rick?
Rick?
Barb, relax. I was just trying to scare you to help you find your scream.
Well, I'm not scared, Rick. I'm furious.
Then act furious. All I'm getting from you now is that you're hurt and confused and
Shut up!
But she kept a little something to remember him by.
Barb, have you seen my other crutch?
And she was still holding it when she fell asleep watching the late picture show. Hours later...
Barbara! Walter, what's going on up there? Ah! Okay, I'm coming up, but if this is a trick, you're dead, Walter.
Ooh, skeleton scary. Hello? Walter Finch!
Walter vanished, but his bedside radio was still on.
Orcas Island police describe the man as 6 feet tall, with a steel hook for a hand. Residents are urged to lock all doors and windows and notify the police of any suspicious activity.
Oh my god, he's here.
Barbara turned, saw the hook man, and was speechless. He was quite smashing. He couldn't get enough of Barbara.
Okay, Barbara, there's gotta be another way out of here.
Hello? Is this a fish room? Oh yeah, yeah. Go in there. Secret passageway.
She played her part beautifully.
Okay, now I'm in Molly's room.
She thought about abandoning Walter, but just couldn't do it.
So then what? Am I gonna swing? Get him! Yeah!
He wasn't moving, but she sensed the story might not be over yet.
Oh, we gotta go see who it was. Who's the bad guy? Who's wearing the mask? Who's these crazy kids and that crazy dog too? What's your Scooby-Doo? I'm coming after you. Honestly, I think singing while I'm scared is a coping.
Vanished.
He's gone.
Listened for his breathing, but all she heard was...
Ding dong. Hello? Retreat.
At the door, she heard whispering. It was coming from inside the house.
Oh dear.
The monsters had come to surprise her. For Barbara, it was a dream come true. Then she saw what kind of monsters they were, and she realized what was about to happen. She was going to be famous. And with her final breath, Barbara Finch gave the performance of her life. I wasn't there myself, but
I don't know about this.
Barbara was magnificent. Poor girl. She had a taste for stardom. But unfortunately, so did her fans. Of course, the police blamed it all on poor Rick, who disappeared the same night. And little Walter, hiding under his bed the whole time. He took it all pretty hard, but that's another story. As for Barbara, tucked inside the music box is all they ever found of her. Her ear. Now that's what I call a real eerie tale.
Eerie. That was for you ear freaks out there.
Edie told me all Barbara wanted was to be remembered, as absurd as that comic was. Maybe what Edie saw was a happy ending.
Okay, so now we'll just go immediately to the thing with the key. Right? Yeah, we'll get back in here. Okay, okay, yeah, we'll crawl back through.
I guess now I know why Mom didn't like me playing with the music box.
Okay, yeah. Now there's another hint. Go get the key.
I saw Edie sneak down to the basement once, carrying packages. I thought maybe she was hiding presents. It turned out she was hiding a lot more than that.
Well, sometimes people hide stuff in their basement. I don't know what to tell you. That's just part of having a basement. You're supposed to be kind of weird about what you put in there, right?
I remember asking Mom once about where Walter had gone. She said after Barbara died, he got as far away as he could. If there's a pattern in all these stories, I think it's that none of us has gotten very far.
Oh, beautiful. All right, so we're in the basement and this is supposed to look like a painting, but it's not a painting. It's outside, real outside. Walter.
Goodbye, everyone. I can't believe I've been down here for 30 years.
What?
On that first day, after the shaking started, I didn't think I'd survive a week. But after a few days, I settled into a routine. That's what kept me sane. Having a schedule, living for today.
Living for
I
today.
was expected to be dead tomorrow. But if you wait long enough, you get used to anything. Even a monster on the other side of a door starts to feel normal.
How about this can opener? It's freaking out. Who's Walter? Walter kidnapped?
And then one day, everything just stopped. Whatever that thing was, it was gone. Maybe it got tired of waiting. Or maybe I just got tired of being afraid.
Huh.
It's been a week now, the longest in 30 years.
Been a week now
I'm
for what?
waiting. I have to leave. Well, I still can.
What are these? That really lets me zoom in. What do those say? I can't go that way? Fine. I have to leave while I still can? Leave where? La, 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 live for today. Those are miniature set things. Was he making some Gundams? Jiggly Farms, grape jelly, tomato.
It's out there somewhere.
Alvin cereal.
Whatever killed Barbara
Monsters out there.
and Molly. And
Peanut
Calvin.
butter jelly. Calvin.
Maybe this is all a mistake.
Walter, what are you talking about?
But I need
Monsters.
to stop living the same day. Even if it kills me.
I know how that feels.
Whatever's out there, I want you to know I'm ready for it.
Yes, we're ready for it.
I'm going to appreciate
We're ready to
especially the food.
To venture forth.
I don't mind if I only have a year left. Or a month. Or a single week.
Yeah.
I'd be happy with one more day. I can already imagine the sun on my face.
Walter died when I was 6. I can't believe my mom never told me he was down here.
That's awful. That's awful. That poor baby was so traumatized. That poor baby was so traumatized. We went to Brazil, Russia, Thailand, India, France, China. Who went there? Now I can go over here. Why? Toilet. Nothing else? More supplies. Don't leave the basement. It's just so sad. Upstairs. Let's get out of here. It's so dark. I'm not really sure where to go. Okay. This way? It's too dark. I can't see.
I'm sure my mom was trying to protect me.
Okay. Ugh. Yeah, sure. Let's just go down there. That's a good idea.
Maybe she was afraid I'd end up like Walter.
Well, I mean, you would have had to have heard what Walter heard that night.
Told me about an uncle under the house. I can only imagine what else she was hiding.
Think.
I don't want to make the same mistakes she made.
No.
Trying to bury something that's still alive.
Trying to bury something that's still alive? That's terrifying. Don't say that.
Now that there's only one of us left, or maybe two, I thought it was time I heard the stories for myself.
I think that's important. Who are you?
Found out what happened to everyone else. But now I'm worried the stories themselves might be the problem.
Yeah, what's true? What's fact? What's
Maybe we
fiction?
believed so much in a family curse. We made it real.
Yeah, I mean, looks like he...
I don't know if I should even be writing this.
went a different way. Not quite the train, huh?
Maybe it'd be better if all this just died with me.
No. You gotta share your
But I think you
story.
should know about your family.
Yes, baby.
And the history you're a part of.
Do I get to go in the sunken house? No. I don't know what's out there, but I don't think we're supposed to go out there.
To be honest, I feel as lost as you probably do right now. I think the people in these stories believed them, for what that's worth. Imagination and stubbornness and madness. Any of it seems possible.
Oh my god. There's that swing.
I think we've been surrounded by death for so long, we've just gotten used to it. What kind of family finishes building a cemetery before starting the house? It's embarrassing for me to admit this, but the pet cemetery made me more uncomfortable than the human one.
Zoe, Coco, Tucker.
Two had been my fault.
Oh. No. Accidents happen. Derpy Jr. and Derpy. Burpy, Chirpy, Furpy. Blurpy, Zerpy. Bailey. Shotzi, Oliver, Bob. Christopher, Shadow.
Sven built the house, but it was Edie who designed the cemetery.
Alvin. Sven. Edie. Walter. Barbara.
I'm sure Odin's monument had been Edie's idea. My mom was always trying to move on, but for Edie, the past never went away.
Well, he's looking at
She
where
could see it poking out of the water at low tide.
the dreams were. The home. All of your dreams are at home. That's where they
Edie
begin
said she
anyways.
dreamed about the old house every night. Edie's side was always easier for me to understand. But the older I get, the more I can see where my mom was coming from. Her dad had been pretty strict, but it wasn't enough to save her brothers. She was just trying to do better.
I wish these lamps
She
would
lost
light.
2 of her brothers, just like I did. I get why she tried so hard to protect us. There's so many things I wish I could ask my mom now. Part of me thinks this is what she wanted all along. For me to come back someday and find everything out for myself.
I don't think I'm supposed to go up there. Oh, I am going up there. Okay. Up we go. All right.
But
We
looking
have-
back on it now, If she told me there was going to be so much climbing, I never would have come when I was 22 weeks pregnant.
22 weeks. Jeez, halfway there. Girl, be careful. Okay, let's go up this way and get off of the roof.
I never met Grandpa Sam, but I think he and my mom had a lot in common.
Sure they did. They're family. Can't be not like your family. A little bit. All right, Sam. What do you got? Be like yourself. Be like yourself.
Dawn, I promise, you'll never forget this weekend.
Yes, sir.
These memories are gonna last a lifetime.
Hmm? Am I gonna have to shoot anything?
It's a hunting trip, Dawn. Shooting is strongly encouraged. Perfect.
It's gonna rain the whole weekend, isn't it? I will never forget this.
Okay, got it.
I'm gonna take some pictures, okay?
Just be careful. The camera's older than you are. Definitely should not have drunk all that coffee.
You're right, Dad. It's starting to clear up. Still freezing, though. Aw.
Okay, let's follow the bird. I think that's what we're supposed to do. No?
Nothing quite like being outside.
Hold still while I take a picture of you.
That's
Hey.
weird.
That's a keeper.
I don't like that.
I'm just saying, I'm not always gonna be here, Dawn. You'll need to remember this stuff, if you want to survive.
I'll be fine, Dad.
You know who else thought he was gonna be fine?
Some guy who died. Dad!
Good eyes, Dawn.
Oh, I'm telling you, deer are a sign of rebirth.
Get a picture of you.
Dad, I...
Just breathe.
And murder.
Let me get behind you.
Do I have to do this?
Dawn, you don't have to do anything. But if you want to survive... Great shot, Dawn!
Uh-oh.
I'm proud of you, Dawn. Always remember that, okay? Sorry, Dawn. Just gotta reset the timer.
Dad, it's twitching. I think
That's
it's
totally normal, Dawn. Just focus on the camera. Try not to think about...
Dad!
Oh my god. Come on.
Of all these stories, that's the one I wish most that my mom had told me.
That's awful.
Sam spent his life shooting photos, but Mom said he got nervous being in front of the camera. I guess we're all afraid of something.
Listen, I said at the very beginning, I don't think I'm going to have a lot of commentary during this. I truly cannot fathom so much loss.
After Sam died, my mom and Edie got really close. They'd both lost a lot.
Oh, you're trauma bonded. Is that demon baby in there? What is that? Look at that. Oh, it's just a happy baby. That's a scary looking drawing. Divorce. Sam and Kay.
Dear Kay, do you remember the way Gregory used to laugh when he thought he was alone? Like Something funny was happening, but only he could see it. I think he saw things the rest of us don't.
I'm a baby. What am I doing?
Time's over, Gregory. It's time to... Hold on, sweetie. Hello? Sam, I told you I don't want to talk right now.
I wonder what he saw. What his world was like.
I'm a frog. Whee!
He reminded me so much of Calvin. Lost in his imagination.
Whee!
Whatever it was, he saw. It sure made him happy.
Yeah. I want to be the whale. Whee! I want to land on the whale. Can I get that thing up there?
I know how silly it sounds.
Whee! Did I get all the stuff? A baby was too happy?
Sorry about that, Gregory.
I know you did everything you could. Maybe if I hadn't called that night.
Damn it. Hold on, I don't want Gregory to hear this.
Or what? What is happening? Anything else? What am I doing there?
I wish he could have told us about the world he saw.
Ah, we're doing little flippies.
There's so much I don't understand about Gregory. About everything.
Gregory. I'm sorry, Gregory.
But I know what happened wasn't your fault. I'm sure he's
Good luck, Kay. Love, Sam.
Poor baby.
I can't imagine my mom ever writing poetry, and yet...
A poem for Gus, who always said the wedding was a bad idea. Our father never hit us kids, at least not very hard, before the day my brother said with teenage disregard that he'd be dead before he'd see a wedding in our yard. My father made him come, of course, but Gus stood far apart, just flew his kite and bottled up the storm inside his heart. I tried to talk him out of it, but though he'd never met her, "We don't need a stepmom," were the words that
I now pronounce you husband and wife. Make him cry.
When the time for photos came, Dad ordered him to come here. But Gus declined, and as a sign held up his middle finger.
Oh my god.
The wind picked up, and panicked geese appeared and quickly went. But all the humans did that day was go inside the tent.
Gus really likes to fly his kite. What are you up to, Gus?
The rain came down in buckets then, but no one seemed afraid that nature might destroy the tent our dad had crudely made. Thunder sounded much too close and full of angry power. But all my father said to this was, "Make the music louder." I wish that I could truly say I thought about you on that day. Out there on the beach alone, just you, the wind, the sea, and foam. But I didn't, until we found you.
She never talked about him, but Mom told me once if I was a boy, they were going to name me Gus.
Gus was not that old. I would have been called James. If I had been a boy. Is their routine? Okay. A lot of stuff. Oh.
My
okay.
mom moved up to the loft after her brothers died.
Oh.
At the time, it was as far away as she could get.
we've got a nice little room here. So this is Mom's room. This is Mama Dawn, India. Where helping hands create safe places.
She spent a summer building houses in Calcutta, where she met my dad, Sanjay.
Okay.
Religion was another thing my mom never talked about, but I think it helped her a lot after her dad died.
As it can.
My mom moved to India a week after graduation and got a job teaching English.
Well, that's
Louis was
resourceful.
born a year later.
Louis was born a year later.
When my dad died, I don't think Mom knew where else to go. I'm sure Edie was happy to have her back.
Mint, thyme, sage, basil. Cat food.
The house had to get a little bigger, but Edie was used to that. And for a while, things were good. Almost normal. But
Okay.
it didn't last.
So Dawn homeschooled? Edith?
The beginning of the
jeez.
end was Milton's 10th birthday, when Edie gave him a castle. After Milton disappeared, the only thing he left behind was a room full of paintings.
Let me have a look. Architecture. Pretty. Fully up. Oh, this would freak me out. Magic paintbrush.
Milton Finch in The Magic Paintbrush.
Achoo! What the? Hey, what's going on here? It's a flip book of a flip book with a portal. Oh, we're going through the portal. Have you ever been through a portal in the 4th dimension when you were 5,282 years old? Found a portal.
I was
Some
four
people
when
do.
Milton disappeared.
Some people do. I've seen Donnie Darko.
Mom spent months searching for my brother.
Where'd
Then
he
she
go?
sealed the doors.
Milton, come back! Well, he was a thinker.
Whatever Milton had found in the house, Mom didn't want it getting out.
What did Milton find in the house? I wonder.
Mom definitely blamed Edie, but I think Louis blamed himself. After he graduated, he just spent more and more time in his room. Until Mom got him a job at the cannery.
What a weird situation. This is dangerous. Do not do at home. Do not attempt to do this at your own home. This is dangerous.
Louis's room smelled very, very familiar. That part of him lived on.
Oh. Well, it smells familiar. . 'Cause Something to Mom?
Dear Mrs. Finch, as Lewis's psychiatrist, I can understand your desire for an explanation. As I see it, the trouble began in January, shortly after we convinced your son to seek treatment for substance abuse. Newly sober, I believe Lewis first noticed the monotony of his daily life. He kept working at the cannery, but he withdrew part of himself. In our sessions, I saw the same behavior.
Look, I'm working at the fish factory, eh? Ah! I began to wander.
Wander. I asked him to describe it. He said he started small, imagining a labyrinth. He'd feel his way about. Then something moved. Bats. And toads.
This is bizarre. Oh, wow.
And things that have not names. He knew it was all in his head. But he took it very seriously. I had hoped he'd find himself. But he found something more.
What did we find?
I worried about him then. Daydreaming at the cannery. I spoke with his boss. But he said Lewis had become a model employee. Methodical, tireless, focused.
You're fishy,
like
fishy,
a whole
fishy.
New Lewis.
You're fishy, fishy, fishy.
So I let him go on.
You can't see me.
I even encouraged him. It seemed very promising at first.
Oh no! That is getting bigger, and he's gonna cut off his
made
hand.
A new friend. On the edge of a city he named Lewis Topia. He built the city up slowly, brick by brick. Then he made musicians. And songs for them to play.
Okay, now we're having
he
a
talked
party.
about starting a band.
Hey, hey.
And he was always humming something. Every day his imagination grew stronger. He no longer spoke at the cannery. But his chopping was as reliable as ever. Then one day it struck him.
What will strike him?
That all the cheering crowds, even the stones under his feet, were all in his imagination. So he could do whatever he wished.
Yeah. I'm in charge.
He held an
Lord.
election for mayor.
Mayor. I'm the mayor. I'm the mayor.
And he won.
I'm gonna win. Mayor Goss.
They begged him to stay, but his mind was already wandering. It became a game for him.
Oh,
He'd conquer
I
a city,
sailed
then immediately push on.
the 7 seas.
New Louisville.
New Louisville. That's me.
St. Louis.
St. Louis. That's me.
He started drifting away from our reality. Minneapolis.
Minneapolis.
Until one day he forgot to go home from the cannery.
Oh my God.
Even as his mother pleaded with him, part of Lewis kept sailing on.
I think he's having a hard time coping. Mother, no, I cannot come home right now. I'm sailing the
In
ocean
Lewisburg,
blue.
he heard rumors of a
Handsome queen.
handsome queen.
Yes. Hello.
The queen was on her own quest for
Sinister serpents. Go left,
sinister
go left.
serpents.
I mean, it did get her. We got that boy.
He followed the sound of her
Electric sitar.
electric sitar. His chase led him to a golden palace east of the sun and west of the moon. Even then, his logic remained sound.
What am I
He knew the
doing
world
with the
was all in
fish?
his imagination.
I'm having a dream, Ma.
But he was so
Hey, it's
proud
me.
of
I'm
having
having a
created
dream.
it. In his own eyes, he'd become something greater than a king.
I am the Lord of the Fish, and you shall fear me. Fear me.
For someone who'd never known success in the real world, I think it was overwhelming.
It's me.
And then it struck him that the real Lewis was not the one chopping salmon, but the one climbing the steps of a golden palace.
Yes, I am the Lord of the
My
fish
imagination is as real as my
cannery.
body, he told me. It was hard to argue with him.
I am invincible. Is but a scratch. You see, I did not chop off my hand. No, I still have my
Began
hand.
to forget the world we know.
Oh. I am Lord of the Cannery. Bow down
I think it
to
pained
me.
him to remember Lewis, the cannery worker.
I'm the cannery guy. I work with the cans. I'm the guy. I'm the guy, you know, with the cans.
He
Hello?
began to despise the man with a royal contempt.
Uh-huh. Yeah, well, kind of signs your check, so.
I still thought I could save him.
Probably not. Probably
Even
not.
after he said he was being crowned king over all the lands of wonder.
All the lands of wonder do wonder what I'm doing here.
The palace would be packed with his companions.
Ooh, I'm about to be a fish. Oh, look at their little faces. Hello, it's me. Hello. 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 Hello.
Including
All right.
the wise
All right,
man
that's
who
enough.
insisted on advising him.
I like this party. This is a nice party. I'm going to be crowned, for I am in charge of everything. Let me by.
His queen waited, holding his crown.
What an honor for
There's
me.
only one thing left to do.
What?
Then
Crown me. Crown me and kiss me. That's a guillotine.
And the rest I think you know. Mrs. Finch, your son was a kind man who will be missed by all of us who knew him.
Oh no.
My brother was really cool. I wish you could have met him.
Oh, that is...
Lewis and I spent a lot of time playing games together, but he was surprisingly bad at them. He died a lot.
Okay, well, that happens. Out we go.
On the way back from Lewis's funeral, my mom told me to start packing. She waited until the day before we left to tell Edie.
How do I get down from here? That way.
I'm not sure if she wanted to make it easier or
This way?
harder. I wish we'd stayed. But I understand why we left.
How do all of these houses have water? Running water, that's crazy. Who did the plumbing for this?
My mom ended up leaving everything behind. What happened that night had been coming for a long time. Maybe it should have come sooner.
Oh, well, things happen.
But it had to end one way or another. All that's left now is to tell you about that last night.
Okay, I'm ready. Let's tell a story. Let's tell our story, okay? You tell me yours and I'll tell you mine. That's the deal, okay? That's why we're
The
here.
whole last day, Edie just watched us pack and didn't say a word. Until supper, when she raised her glass and said,
"To our final night together, and all our final nights apart."
Grandma, you know what I said about alcohol. Some of your medications are very
Edith,
specific.
I left a present for you in the hallway. Why don't you go open it? The grown-ups have to argue now.
I'm sorry, you're right. We're all leaving tomorrow. Let's just enjoy our last...
I'm not leaving.
Edith, you're excused.
Power had been shut off that morning, but Edie always had plenty of candles. When my mom sealed the library, I don't think she knew about the other entrance. Or that Edie had a key to it.
That thing you're afraid of isn't going to end when you leave the house. Edith has a right to know these stories.
My children are dead because of your stories. I think it's best if Edith and I leave tonight. We'll have the nursing home send a van for you in the morning. Okay?
History of the Finches by Edie Finch.
Dear Edith, there's so many stories I wish I could tell you, but there's only time for one. This is about what happened on the night you were born. That night, the tide went way, way out.
You could go to the house.
It was the first and last time I ever saw the old house aground. There'd been an earthquake out in the middle of the ocean. They called it the lowest tide in 1,000 years. God, it smelled.
Let's go see.
awful.
Oh, ew.
I've seen that house every day of my life. But I never thought I'd go back to it.
How can you go home when home's untouchable?
My way.
Oh no.
I got turned around. For a while, I wandered.
The tide comes in.
I started seeing things. Things I'd forgotten had ever existed. But when I saw them, they felt like old friends. That night, a lot of things came back to me.
You remembered.
Or maybe I came back to them.
Did they build it in the copy or?
Explain, but that I need you to try and...
Edith, what are you doing in here?
It's mine.
Edith!
Mom, you're gonna rip it! Let go! I kicked and screamed, but Mom dragged me to the car.
Oh no.
I never saw Great Grandma Edie again. The next morning, the band came to pick her up, but she was already gone. After that, we moved around a lot. We both tried to make the best of it. A few years went by. My mom didn't like to talk about it. But she started getting sick a lot. The rest happened pretty quickly. She got better for a while, and then she didn't. And then I was alone. The last Finch left alive. Until I found out about you.
Huh? Well, the baby. Not
I'm
alone
still
anymore.
not sure what to tell you about all this.
The truth. That's all.
If we lived forever, maybe we'd have time to understand things. But as it is, I think the best we can do is try to open our eyes. And
Want to see the
appreciate
story?
how strange and brief all of this is.
I will be born.
This journal was supposed to be for you. But now I hope you'll never see it.
Why?
I just want to meet you. And tell you all these stories myself. But I guess if you're reading this now, things didn't work out that way.
Did Mom die in birth?
This is where your story begins. I'm sorry I won't be there to see it. It's a lot to ask, but I don't want you to be sad that I'm gone. I want you to be amazed that any of us ever had a chance to be here at all. Good luck.
wonderful story, and what a sad story, but some people's lives are just full of pain, and you don't get to decide that you get to go and be untouched by pain and trauma. You don't get a say. We can only control our reactions to what happens to us. And I hope if you have loved ones that you can give them a nice hug. Thanks for being here with me while I played this game today. I took a lot of breaks. And I know editing this will be pretty quick. Sorry for the spots where I almost started talking and stopped, because it's just very overwhelming. These stories are very overwhelming. They do leave you speechless. And pain does leave you speechless. To experience loss is to know life, and to miss somebody is for them to live on through you. Journeys are our journeys. You can say a bunch of nice things that sound all rosy and cushy and soft and sweet. But life isn't always that way. But we get through it, just like we did all the other days. You get through it. Thanks for getting through this with me. We'll see you when I see you.